back to another episode of Halo Wars! Yes! And we are doing a 3v3 on Fort Dean. And I try something amazing here. It's your classic, it's the tried and tested. Actually, well, it's three UNSCs against 2 UNSCs and 1 Covey. I'm playing as Cutter, even though I was random all. And because of that, I decide to try a proper marine tactic this time. So I've learned from the last time I attempted it, and this one goes very well. Not to spoil it. Very, very good. Well, it goes quite well. These aren't MVP people. They're not the best. Or, I include myself in that because no way am I even close to top tier when it comes to Halo Wars. It's all about fun and finding cool ways, and I love to streamline things and what have you. So the loadout on this map isn't very good. I noticed that straight away there. You can get 2 loadouts, and this is the one where most of the resources are guarded by rebels, so that's unfortunate. So I just decided to fodder off my Warthog, because all I want is resources here. Luckily, I get good here with the teleport. Woo! Sometimes, you can get stuck there and lose half your health. So I'd actually faced against those people on the other team before. I think one's an Anders, red's an Anders, I think orange is a Forge, and I think pink is the Arby. So I set up my elephant, go straight through, and I make 3 Marines just to take the platform straight away. And I know that, the Anders on the red, the red Anders is basically going to go for a Warthog rush. And as you can see right there, he's making Warthogs. So I just flare that up, and I'm like, guys, they're going for Warthogs. It's gonna happen. And really, I've got like a recruit on my team, and I can't remember who the other guy is. I'm not too sure. But I do my best to sort of alert them to it. And there you go. You got second reactor coming up, which is crazy from orange. But again, I think he's forged, so he gets heavy supply pads straight away. So it's not the worst thing in the world. And there you go. You got 4 Warthogs with gunners. So I'm like, oh, this is not so good. But I am getting my second elephant here. And now I'm deliberating whether I go for a barracks first or reactor. And I think it makes sense just to go for a reactor first, because even if I go for barracks first, it's doing nothing, right? Like, I need the barracks to upgrade to new blood and RPG and all that jazz. And then I notice he's starting to stop there. So he's not going for Warthogs anymore. So, it's all good. It's all good. But I always do random all. And I hope that I get a UNSC so I can just, continue to try and streamline the Marine tactic. Because it's so much fun. I love it. I love the guys. They just throw grenades and they all have a great time and they all die. So orange there. Didn't have its Warthog killed by green, which is... Oh, sorry. Blue, I think it was. And I can see that my team... Oh, look, this is terrible. Look at that. The rebels completely... Look at the RPGs flying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They just never end. I'm like, oh, for God's sake. I lost so much health there. This happened to corner me off, and I couldn't reach him. So now I'm deliberating whether I'll just upgrade. I'll upgrade. And I need to learn how to streamline this tactic efficiently, because there comes a point when maybe taking the second base would be great, but because all my troops are on the other side of the map, is there a point to try and taking one of their rebel bases? I don't think so. But anyway, we're starting to get heavy supply pads, and I probably could have deleted my barracks once I get new blood and gone for another supply pad. But the thing with that is, I'm stuck in a situation where really I want 1,200 resources to upgrade my reactor to tier 2. Because I don't have the space. I could delete a supply pad for another reactor, and maybe that would be cheaper, but then it would glitch my economy, so I would always gather resources slower. That's a glitch in Halo Wars, where if you delete your supply pad, you will never gain more resources. It's all to do with the multiplier. The multiplier! Oh, hello, I'm the multiplier. Oh, he loves it. Yeah, I love a bit of cringe. Anyway, so I'm just sort of gathering all of my my Marines in one spot, getting ready for the Pelican drop on their base. I feel as though I remember when I was playing this. There, look at him! Look at him! Little buggers. I felt like this was going to be a terrible attempt. Like, you know, if they knew what they were doing, I wouldn't have stood too much of a chance here. But luckily, we've got tanks coming in from our teammates here. And that's when I decided. I just noticed the reactor going up. And if I'd noticed it a little bit sooner, I probably could have got that down. I think this grenade launch here would have killed it. Or at least it would have got it very close. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 troops. 7 Marine squads in there. And he's just spent 500 resources to get that. So now it's a case of just getting them up here as quickly as possible. You know, launching as many grenades out as possible. And there he comes in! He comes in! And even a freaking ghost comes in too. And I think, okay, right, let's just try and micromanage this a little bit. There we go. Just because I don't want to waste grenades. Look at the homing grenades on that. Beautiful. And then the Arbiter tries to put pressure on me to sort of get me away. And then we have a tank. We have a tank, but that's okay. That's okay. And there you go. Look, he's starting to get his tanks now. He's decided to stop the Warthogs. It's weird because he invested so much into Warthogs and now he's just going for tanks. Which is interesting because I would have just kept with the Warthogs here. So we want to take that down as quickly as possible there. Oh god, they need to get up there.
Local units.
I want to take this down, but I also want to take that reactor down, because if I take his reactor down, he can't make tanks anymore. So, holding out, but you could just sense me. Where's everything? And the Hornets, I think that Anders on our team always went for Hornets, which I was very surprised about, because Anders shouldn't be going for Hornets. They should be going for Hogs. And now I'm thinking to myself, ooh, I've got to wait. I've got to wait till these tanks go away. Until he thinks it's safe. And when he thinks it's safe, then I'll come in and attack him. So I think the max amount of troops it can pick up is 9. I could be wrong there, though. And there we go. I decided to cancel some just to make room for some more. And then just using all of the grenades. Oh, yes! I don't care if he gets the workshop up. That's fine. I want to take down the reactor. If he starts making something, then I will. But I'm not gonna do that. The real prize is the reactor. And there we go. Look at it. It's gonna go. This is just new blood. This ain't even RPG. So we're about to take that out. That's 500 resources when that goes. And boom. I was quite surprised that there was no resistance here at all. And there you go. We've got the Arbiter fully upgraded. Well, not fully upgraded. It's definitely got upgrades on getting health and its rage. But we just throw in. And there you go. Look, we got tanks. 3 tanks, I think, coming in there. The Hornets coming in as well. But Red does have tanks. And then I think, oh, wait, I'll get Spartans and I'll see if I hijack them. That'd be pretty cool. And there you go. Oh, Red really struggling here. You could blame his teammates. Like, you know, all he needed was some defense from Orange just to be up here. And there we go, taking down his other reactor here. So his base is not looking too good at all. It's always good. I freaking love it when I manage to get the Marines working. It's so satisfying, man. I love it. It's the best thing about this game. I got my spawn, but unfortunately nothing there. Nothing for him to take on, really. So now it's just a matter of stripping this. And what I accidentally do is I clicked all units and I select them all to attack this. But that selected the Marines on the ground. And they discover his expo. Which, look at that, he was just about to start pumping out loads of stuff, and then he just gives up. You're like, no! Anyway, on to match number 2. And we're back into match number 2. Whereas I am playing as a Covey this time, on the opposite side of the map. I don't like the Coveys too much. Like I said in my previous one, I love to try and do the Marine tactic, and I would love to do... And I think I have it in my head going forward on this match that I would try and get grunts to work. Because if you can get grunts to work, they're pretty fun. So it's pretty much the same team as last time, I think. I think the general's on the other team as well. He's the green. And I go for warehouse temple second, you know, just because, you know, if we make warehouse first, you're going to get more resources in the long run. So I decide there's no real need to get my arbiter out first, because I'm just going to gather resources with my my ghost, and I'd rather just have generally more resources. So it's even teams, you know. I think this is the most balanced sort of thing when you've got 1 Covey and 2 UNSCs on each team. Whereas if it's 2 Coveys,
Leader temple complete.
If they don't do well in a rush situation, then it's not good. And we're getting exploding grunts. Okay, exploding grunts. So instantly lock that up and start queuing up some exploding grunts. Because I want to make sure that if I'm going to rush here, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and do a rush. I'm going to go for the Covey on the other side. And again, chat's blurred, so I don't get demonetized. Because I think that's the reason. I have no idea. Either that, or YouTube's auto-detection sees something in the video. And I'm going to have a look into what it's discovering that gets my Halo Wars videos demonetized. But hey-ho, it is what it is. So I realized that he put his Warthog there because he was probably checking to see what I was going to do. And I think... we did this last time actually. So I knew that he saw me coming. They've all seen me coming. So there's no point me attacking them, right? Because they know I'm coming. They know I'm going to rush. So what I decided to do is just gather even more resources by just stealing the supply pads, the supplies that are around the map that are hard to get. Because again, I think this is... Actually, this isn't a hard. This is the good one. This is the good resource. But I do see that blue has Warthog. So I think to myself, actually... Why don't... No, you know what? I've got backup here. And then Cyan says to me, he says, Purple, I say go back to your base because I'm going all right. I don't know what he meant by that. I'm going all right. I think I read that and I thought he said I'm going air. And I was like, what? What do you mean going air? So I said, I don't want it. I'll go where I want to go. Really? I'm not... Because I think I faced him again, and yeah, he's getting shield. He did it last time. I think when I tried to rush him, he just went for a shield generator straight away, which is really good for me, because... And our team, because it means he's not getting resources. So I'm just going to steal the easy-to-pick resources on his side. I'm not going to bother really upgrading my Arbiter here. If I see lots of Warthogs, then maybe... I might go for it, but we're going to go for air. We're going to go for Banshees. There's no point me really going for Wraiths. There's no point me going for Grunts or Jackals at this point. It's just Banshees. Banshees are when they have that boost ability. And then... Oh, look at this! Look at this Brute! A little bit late, but does it perfectly. Goes for my upgraded warehouse. Brilliant. Nice choice. Because you could have went for the temple. I do flare it just to make sure that everyone knows that they are on my side, just in case. And, you know, I've just got, you know, all the resources I picked up from that side gets me a free teleport home. So, again, Brutes are just devastating. The amount of damage they output. So I decide to release my Exploding Grunts. And hopefully teleport them in that he doesn't see and explode straight on him. But look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 Brute squads. And then... Look, he doesn't even notice! And then... Bam, 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 bam. And then they get stuck, so I send them away, and then I explode them again. And... Oh, yes! Brute Chieftain, God! But these Brutes are pretty lethal. And then I realize, oh, he's got Flamers, and there's something going to help me. So I may as well just back off, which is great. And then... I don't know who carpet bombed there. I think it could have been red, but I don't think it was because he was over there. So I think it was orange. But that was, I mean, that was a choice. Really was. And then I realized, oh, he's not helping. Okay, I'll use rage then. I guess I'll do it myself. And that's when I realized a tank comes to help me. And I go, oh, okay, fine. Then I'll go away again for the second time. You got this. And I just sort of commit to doing yeah, going for the Banshees. So, I mean, Cyan, not so bad. Not so bad. He didn't have too much backup. But then again, did it disrupt me? I'm trying to think whether it was a good choice that he did that. I mean, I don't think his Brute Chieftain was upgraded. That was the problem. So there, I opt to actually just destroy a supply pad. But I think my economy might have already been glitched because one was destroyed anyway. I don't know if it counts if you destroy it or it gets destroyed. But then I see, look, Orange might be having a cheeky down tech down tech canny shell there. So that's I'm a bit worried about when I just noticed that. Canister shell tanks, I mean, they're not too bad. They're not too bad against ghosts. Sorry, banshees. So, a bit worried. And I decided to go over there just in case the brute chieftain wants to try again. Though I don't think he would. But, you know, I'm just being safe because I'm pretty vulnerable. I don't have a shield generator on any of my base. I was going to say bases. I only have one. But they've all taken a lot of hits. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 banshees. But because my warehouse is on fully upgraded, I'm not going to be able to keep up with the pump of banshees. I think you can get 1.5 if you have all upgraded supply pads, 2 summits, and a temple. I think you. So it's better to have 2 than 1. Now I decide to actually check out their bases because banshees are great for just destroying bases. Like running around, stopping expansions, and again, that's something the Covey should be doing. Rushing and stopping the UNSC from expanding. So here I go, have a look. Oh, okay. But it's just been taken out. So, you know, and there we go. Oh, 250 resources gone. And then a 1-star Spartan. So I'm like, hell yeah. And he pelicans it out. So as soon as he pelicans it out, I'm like, right, okay, I don't need to take out the Spartan. I need to take out this. So he tries to get away. I'm like, no you don't. Oh, it's satisfying. So not only did he lose 250 resources on the base, he lost 200 on the Pelican, and he lost a 1-star spawn. Orange, I feel bad. And then his tank is going to be ripped to shreds in a second too. Oh. No, this is the one. This is the one where the general went, you guys suck, and then he left, even though we didn't even see him. I think I go over to his base here. Look at him. He's got canister shell tanks coming on the way. You could just down tech if you wanted to. Banshees on Cyan as well. I decided to go over here to see what he's got.
Local units.
And there you go. Some brutes. So he's clearing out his expo. Really, as a coffee, you don't need it. You know, all those resources could probably be better spent just into your military rather than, you know, going for all out with that. But again, Orange comes over here and gets stuck by gremlins. And then Green resigns. He went, you guys suck, and then he left. I was like, I couldn't believe the audacity of that guy to do that.
Local unit.
We just had 2 games and such a shame. Anyway, should we get on to game 3? Let's get on to game 3. And on to game number 3. So this time, I'm Anders, the Warthog Rush champion. So, of course, what are we going to do? We're going to Warthog Rush. Again, even teams, 1 Covey, 2 UNSCs. These are different people this time, different players. And I have not done a Warthog Rush for a long time. But how hard can it be? How hard can it be, right? It can be hard. I got it. I know what I'm doing. You just get Warthogs, right? That's all you do. Get Warthogs. Step 1, get Warthogs. Step 2, Step 3, win. And I think this is the good. Yeah, this is the good resources. So there was only 1 game in this video that had the bad resource loadout, and that was the first one. But this one's got the good one, which is good for everybody, I suppose. Does mean that I guess there's going to be more aggressive play because everyone's got more resources. But, you know, you play this game as much as me. You know where all the resources are on the map, so we're going to go check them out.
Supply pad complete.
And check out where all of them are. Go over to their side. Always a strategy. Go to their side, get theirs, come back over. Doesn't work all the time, but it is a strategy. So the first part of this, of every game, is basically playing out, I think, exactly this way. Although, I don't know whether it's wise to go pick out, especially if you're going for a Warthog Rush, to pick out, you know, all the resources on the map. Maybe not. And there we go. I'm getting my reactor second. Oh, sorry, third. I think that's how you do it. I mean, obviously there'll be people who are like, no, you go reactor 4. or second, something like that. But I think it makes sense averaging out. You've got enough resources by the time you get that first reactor up that you've got enough warthogs, you've got enough resources to go to Gunner and actually now pose a little bit of a threat and take the expo, because that's what I'm going to do now. All my poor injured warthogs running all around the map, taking damages from all the rebels. Wait a minute.
Supply pad complete.
Am I Anders? Yes, I am.
Gunner research.
Did that... It looked like that was a heavy supply pad there. Did I upgrade that? Maybe I did. I can't remember. Anyway, so here's a strategy when you're taking on a rebel base. If you don't know, just try and move the rebels away. Have one warthog maybe ram them, if possible. Keep all the other ones shooting at it, because I think... Oh, no, it wasn't a heavy supply pad. It looked like a heavy supply pad there for some strange reason for me. We've got our prophet going over to their side. Maybe should have done it earlier, but you know what? I'll take it. Quickly take out those guys. They are the worst. The turret's pretty bad, but the rebels are just as bad, because if they get an RPG off on one of your warthogs, that's probably a third of its health gone. So there we go. And now it's just a matter of juggling, upgrading supply pads, the production of warthogs, and getting expos, while also keeping an eye on what everything else is doing on the map. Because for this game, expansions, or especially for warthog rushes, are key. You really need to go for those. Because another base means double the production of warthogs.
Local units.
So I'm trying to keep up here. I think at this point I'm getting enough resources where I can keep the production of warthogs up, as well as upgrade them and upgrade my supply pads. So it's pretty good so far. Blue says they're making tanks, which is not surprising. It's the go-to. I remember back in the day when I was in high school playing this game. I remember talking to my friends on Xbox Live, and well, not in high school obviously, but during, I was in high school, and the strategy was everyone go forward, right, and we'll go supply pad, reactor, and then vehicle depot. And then you can make tanks. Like straight away, if you do that, you can make tanks right away. And if we all do that in a 3v3, each of us will have a tank by like 3-4 minutes or something like that. I remember thinking it's like the fastest tank you could get. And then just like slowly keep on getting tanks. You never see that anymore, because obviously that doesn't work, because warthogs, and you need the variety with the cubby and stuff. It's just interesting. I remember that. Good time. So I've got, we've got 10 warthogs now. We're not doing too bad. Should I be attacking something? I probably should be doing something here. I'm just protecting my base. I'm protecting my baby.
All units.
And then I think I decide to go and threaten an expo.
All units.
Probably should have already been going up there. But we make mistakes. We all make mistakes, guys. We're only human. Or AI. Depending on how far in the future you're watching this. Also, I decided to take this. I'm like, sorry, it's like 93 resources. I need every little bit I can muster here. So I'll take it. Look at him. Take all the resources. And then, oh, look what we have here. Cheekies. That's what we have. Bam, bam. 3 warthogs gone. Obviously a scouting party from green. But then we're about to get Grenadier now. Which means that we can actually do decent damage to bases. Gorse is obviously the best, but buildings and such is great with Grenadier. So look, tanks were coming from green here. And he's probably a bit surprised. He's probably a bit surprised seeing that I've got Grenadier, because he just caught these with only Gunner. And now they've got Grenadier. But look, the grenades do so much damage. But obviously he's trying to stop me. Orange is doing his best. And I'm trying to stay away. He just catches. Now I probably could freeze that tank, and maybe that was the better thing to do. But as long as I can just separate, and then we can just stop a pad going up, because every pad that goes up is extra health. So I'll split my warthogs, because I want to take this down. We want to take this down. I don't care if I lose all of these.
Local units.
Taking this base down denies him so much. 500 for the base, 500 for his second, maybe even third reactor. And there we go. We've got even more coming through. And we can just pin him down here. And there you go. I think he recycled it. So it's not too bad for him there. But it has put a big delay. And Cyan on our side says GG. He's obviously thinking way ahead. He's like, nah, we won. That's checkmate, that is.
All units.
However, I'm not too sure that is checkmate. But I will keep up my production of
units.
Warthogs. We've come this far. We may as well try and get Gorse. And I'll get a third base, another reactor, and then that'll be it. That'll be Gorse done. And then we can, you know, delete those reactors, get more supply pads, and just get triple pump with Warthogs.
All units.
But it's all about a
All
change.
units.
It seems simple.
Let's go.
But it isn't. What's going to happen? I'm not going to spoil it. So I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. You know, we've just pushed them back on that side, so there's no expos. We're getting our expos.
All units.
And then look at this.
Fire base
Uh-oh.
Awesome. All right.
And I tried to pull the tanks over to that base. And luckily they do
All
catch it.
units.
But then that turns out to be bad. Oh, because I'm like, oh god, no, no. I mean, if I had Ghost, this wouldn't be too bad. Then I see green coming. So obviously he had a vehicle depot on his first base, or he managed to get one tank out. I think he must have had one vehicle depot, unless he got one tank out. I don't think he did. He must have been on his first base. But that base is gone. 4 tanks, and they're destroying that so quick. It's so frustrating.
All units.
But you know what?
Supply
I'll
pad
take the brunt.
complete.
It's basically a 2v1 at this point. It's
All units.
me taking on Orange, and I just didn't get it. We were thinking, oh no, no, oh, could have got 500 resources back.
All units.
And strangely enough, freaking Purple is going nuts with the expansions here. But you know, I'm doing great here. I'm just making them waste resources. And yeah, we're back to 10 Warthogs, and I know they're over on my side, so that means that why don't I just push over here? They can't get back over here that quick. And aha! Again, deja vu! And look, it's just melting away here.
All units.
And there you go. He's already starting to resign himself to this base being killed. And then, oh, canister shell! Canister shell! A down tech from Orange.
All units.
Well played there. Well played, Orange. But, I mean, we've got Blue. You know, he's got his own canister shells at this time. And I'm just absolutely losing everything. But my job is done. I'm pinning them down.
Units.
It's costing me, but we've now got a prophet who's got fly ability. And we've got a teammate who's got, you know, his tanks are looking pretty nasty, and he's got a second base. There you go. Look at that. Naughty. And I never upgraded those. I think there could have been a time where I probably should have upgraded those supply
Fire
pads.
base ready.
But I'm
All
really
units.
prioritizing just getting as many Warthogs out here as possible. If I just had a break, then I could have got a Gorse. But I'm just stuck on Grenadier, which isn't the best. Because the hidden upgrade is, when you upgrade to Gorse, I think your damage output upgrades and your health upgrades anyway. So yeah, you get the Gorse cannon, but your Warthogs get even stronger. And they do more damage as well, so the Grenadier's grenade will do more damage. I'm like, right, okay, well, I'll help take this out then. But Blue's left his tanks on that base, so that's really, really nice of him. Just allowing me a little bit of protection. And then, oh! Oh! 2 Wolverines! 3 canny shells!
All units.
Not looking good. And I've just gotten
All units.
my 3rd supply pad up.
Enemy
And there we go. Another base taken out. And then I just decided to put pressure on Orange. Freeze some stuffs.
complete.
There you go. Don't care if it frees my base, because those are about to be shredded by his tanks. And look at that. It's a one base machine. He didn't even down tech. I thought he down tech, but he didn't. He could have. And there you go. Green has also got canister shell. But now orange is going to be out of it. And we just need to take 2 stars on the profit here. Just take out that double reactor. That's so many resources. I'm a bit worried here as well, because blue's just about to lose all his stuff. But it's not looking good. Not looking good for orange, who can't replenish his tanks. And if he loses this base, you know, what are you going to do? But I quickly decide to just recycle. Probably should have recycled there, but, you know. There we go. So that's not looking good. Really not looking good. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? We've taken out so much. There's nothing you can do. He's going to have to get a reactor up, then a vehicle depot as well. But if we take out the reactor, then he'll have to do reactor, vehicle depots. 3 buildings down before he can be a threat again. So now it's up to purple and green on their team to supply any threat. And it's only green that seems to have any pressure.
Local units.
No, I'm assuming orange is going to come back. And I decide to take the base over there. And blue! I don't know what... Sometimes it looks pro, but then it's not. It's very odd. And then I put my warthogs over by green's base. Just, you know, putting the pressure on. And I decide to get a turret here. Do I recycle? I do. I only... Did I get 2 there?
Local units.
Sure.
Enemy engagement.
But wraiths! Wraiths coming from purple! Oh! And I hate this. I hate that I'm stuck on Grenadier because I'm this close to a good thing. And yet, I'm stuck. Stuck on freaking Gorse. But there you go. Orange out. Well, not out, but they're homeless at this point. So it's looking pretty good. They may have got the expo on the other side, however.
Turret complete.
But they are severely hindered. And now I'm just sort of getting my bases back. And again, all I need is a base. And then I can start making warthogs. And again, if I just got Gorse, this would be perfect. Like, losing a base wouldn't be too much of an issue. Because I can just run around and get another one. But it's... I think the MVP here is Cyan.
Firebase ready. All units.
Cyan's the one just flying around, beaming everything down.
Complete.
I'm not exactly too sure what blue's been doing. Blue should have been better, I think. I feel. Especially having the breathing room that they've had. And then orange says 5v1, and then he resigns. And I'm like, no, no, I don't think so. I think green was pretty decent. I agree, maybe purple didn't do much, especially not going for Banshees. That was sorely missed. I don't know why they went for it. Obviously, they didn't recruit. They didn't really know what they were doing. But this is what's going to happen. You know? If you're not MLG Pro, I'm like, oh, well, I guess that's gone, man. So, it's not too much of a loss. Because I can just run around. I mean, you can get that. But I think as Cyan gets a bit cocky. I think he says something in chat like, oh, and I've only made 1 unit this whole game. I think it turns out to be a scarab. He's like, oh, look, I have a scarab. I think against MLG people, we wouldn't have, of course we wouldn't have stood a chance. Been absolutely trashed. But I think I'm starting to get the Warthog numbers up. I'm still only in Tech 1, so to get Gorse, I would need to spend another... What is it? Like 1,250 resources plus the Gorse, so that's 1,650 resources. So I'm quite surprised that these guys are staying in here. I thought they would have been gone as soon as Orange was out. I think Orange may have had the base to the left as well, because he should have been out quicker. But I think that's what kept him in. He was like, you could see that we were pushing on the left side, and he knew those tanks were going to come up and be straight at his front door, so he just decided to quit before anything happens. But look at that! Green has some good stuff. It's not so bad. And I'm faced with the situation of do I switch to tanks or do I just keep on warthogs? And I'm like, I may as well just keep on warthogging, because if I start going for tanks, it's going to take a while for them to get up and running. And the most support I can supply here is just loads of warthogs. And I do get
All
another
units.
reactor coming up. And they never got those resources. And here we go. There's Cyan going, only built 1 unit the entire game. And I'm like, oh, I see it
All
on the map.
units.
Rolling out.
He's saying, like, you know, bragging in global. And then Green's like, what a talent. God, he deserves to be knocked down a peg. He's
Enemy
like, top G
engagement.
moves.
All units.
Oh, God.
Reactor complete.
You'll see it here in a second, he says. And then Green's running over here to destroy me.
All units.
I mean, it's been pretty much game, but I don't get too much joy out of going for warthogs. I'll be honest. Look at this. I just get shredded. Absolutely shredded. The least I can do is freeze. It's the least I can do. You know, just try and slow him down. Blue, again, not doing much. Just sort of always out of position. Always. I don't know why. He just decides to be. Who needs that? And there you go. Boom. Destroyed.
Base has been destroyed.
And I think now it's maybe just a race. I think he's probably just going to try and clear all our bases, I would feel. At least if I was him, I would, you know, just slowly get bases as I go. We're just sort of attacking each other's home bases. I'm expecting to see him at my front door in a second. But we'll see. I think he went over to my expo. But they actually, you know, hey, there we go. Look at him. He goes for Cyan. Yes, brilliant.
Turret complete.
And oh, Wraith, poor purple. He tried his best. There's some copper bombs. Destroys a tank. Not so bad. Green already anticipates the heal, so he gets his heal off. There's nothing I can do at this point. Like, I just decide to start upgrading. Like, if we're really taking this further, then right this second, I need better. I need to save up. And look at that, look at that. Yes, is he gonna lose it? I wonder if he does. And then finally,
Upgrade complete.
freaking the tanks appear. And then as soon as Green sees the tanks, he just declares the GG because he knows he's screwed. Like, locked in here. Really,
Supply pad
Blue
complete.
should have split his forces, went either side of Cyan's base, and then he'd be locked. He wouldn't be able to get out. And there you go. Valiantly fought, very valiantly there. And again, Cyan, not my temple. No. I give the guy a GG. I mean, so what did Cyan do? He just had to like focus on his profit. It's not hard. Just teleport out when things get hairy.
Supply pad
But here he is like, so good. So, you know, is what it is. And then it's only up to purple. Yeah, see, I'm trying to go for it now. I'm trying to, like, maybe I can get goals, but and what I decided to do is send resources to the other guys to be like, oh, maybe I'll get some extra bonus points. Being like the only person to send resources. Get some economy bonuses.
reactor complete.
Even though I've definitely lost the most amount of bases on our side. I think I do. I think I come fourth. I think someone on their team comes third, and then, yeah, I come fourth. But yeah, there you have it. That was Halo Wars. So we got some good matches, a classic Warthog sort of rush. We got some... The best match is the first match. I love getting that Marine. I want to play more. I want to get more Marines. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Oh, bye-bye.